folks thought was an April Fool's joke is actually true. So on April 1st, Gentoo announced they were dropping Linux for the Hurd kernel, and everyone laughed. Yes, part of it is an April Fool's joke, but the other part of it is not. So the joke was, hey, they were going to switch to the GNU Hurd kernel as a primary, and Linux has been unstable, and they're going to discontinue Linux support by the end of 2026, of course. Gentoo is not going to do that. But the actual truth is they are, of course, going to keep Linux, and that will still be primary. But the other side is they do now have a real working downloadable Gentoo GNU Hurd port. And it's got pre-built disk images. It boots to a usable Gentoo system. It has SSH, networking, scripts to build it. It works on real hardware too, depending on the hardware. Of course, folks, it's experimental. Of course, the reality is they support Hurd in addition to Linux, so they're not dropping anything. If you're not sure what GNU Hurd is a tiny microkernel that essentially only handles the basics: CPU, RAM, I/O. Other stuff such as file systems, networking, drivers runs as a separate space. The whole idea is that if one crash, it doesn't bring anything down. Of course, it's a kernel that, of course, is done by the Free Software Foundation, and it was envisioned for, it's almost been, 36 plus years now? Unfortunately, it's used by almost nobody. What, of course, took off instead was, of course, the Linux kernel, where everything is this monolithic kernel. Everything's in there: file systems, networking, scheduling. And one bug, in theory, could crash the whole system. It's rare, but I mean, it happens. Basically, Hurd was going to be the official GNU kernel, and it was going to complement the whole GNU operating system. So it was going to be basically fully free Unix-like OS. But of course, Linux kernel came out from Linus Torvalds, and the world adopted that. Well, the joke is that the Hurd kernel is vaporware, but its development, they've never stopped development on this thing. Debian maintained a port for decades, and it's funny that in 2026 things are getting interesting again. So what is the current status of GNU Hurd? Now, a lot of folks are not going to use GNU Hurd, don't use GNU Hurd. To be completely honest, amazing project ideals, but compared to the Linux kernel, it's quite a bit behind. But for now, a lot of it is now, they've completed its port to 64-bit, which has actually been cool. They finally added some SMP support to it, so single core limitation is no longer absolute. Driver support, well, they've been using NetBSD's rump driver layer, so basically NetBSD, how they handle driver compatibility to bring some modern hardware support. And some drivers remain incomplete, but it's definitely an improvement of where it was. They've merged in the Rust ecochain, and this, of course, has been done because more systems are moving to Rust. Strangely enough, though, from Debian's packages, up to 75% of them now, including the desktop environments, actually will build enough for Hurd, which is not nothing. Are they expanding? Well, there are a couple of distributions have Hurd as a port, as it were. So, I mean, it's definitely grown. So what's Gentoo shipping? I mean, it's basically, it's a disk image that can work on real hardware, not just a QEMU disk. It works. How well it works, different thing. I can't comment. I haven't used it yet. But they said that in future they will expand it and they will have proper release media, more parity, more packages, and they're looking for community contributors. But let's answer the question, does it matter? Well, Hurd has almost been ready for 36 years. And is it still so much lacking of a 64-bit? I mean, the world has moved on to 64-bit a decade ago. And right now, it's not realistic path to replacing Linux. I mean, it's just, let's be honest, it's a great research project. But that's how the skeptic's going to look at it. The enthusiast is like, well, it's generally better architecture. And please, I'm not getting into the debate of kernel types and monolithic versus microkernel benefits. The 64-bit is essentially complete. A couple of distros have ports now. And having alternatives is important for software freedom. not even just for software freedom, just things in general. Always having alternatives is better than nothing. But folks, let's be honest, nobody's going to switch to it right now. And if you're using it, I'd love to hear from you. It is interesting that Gentoo is actually being more involved with it. It's great to hear that it's still alive. Sometimes, folks, it's great that someone is still working on this. The project is still walking, as it were, even if it never gets to its final destination. Let me know what you think. Be great to hear from you. As always, bye for now.